We all agree about what happened out in Texas was horribly wrong, and we send our prayers and thoughts and condolences to the victims and the families of victims who lost their lives. But for some reason, individuals on the left and elitists want to do a little bit more. One person in particular, Beto O'Rourke, wants to use this as a political grandstanding moment.
Excuse me. Was after Santa Fe High School.
Sit down. Don't pull a stunt.
Hey, was after El Paso.
Sit down and don't play this
Stop.
stuff.
The next shooting is right now, and you are doing nothing.
No,
you're offering us nothing.
Get his ass out of here.
You
Just
said
give me
this
a
is
place
not
to talk to,
predictable.
so.
This is totally predictable when you choose
Sir, you're
not
out of
to do
line.
anything.
Sir, you are out of line.
I'm
Sir, you are out of line. Please
to
leave
stop
this
this from
auditorium.
happening
So you
again.
can exit. You can exit. I can't believe you're a sick son of a bitch who would come to a deal like this to make a political issue.
This is not the place to do that.
And he's using this to get cool points with the left and hopefully take Governor Greg Abbott's position as governor of Texas. But honestly, it's disgusting, and you're the same individual who wants to take law-abiding citizens, AR-15s and AK-47s, and pretty much do away with the constitutional right to bear arms. And I don't know how you're going to do that in Texas, but no, nobody trusts you. And this is disgusting that you actually tried to use this moment where children lost their lives in order to get some political points. Then also we have former Vice President Joe Biden, who reacted to the situation, and he's certainly blaming the right people.
As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? When in God's name we do what we all know in our gut needs to be done? It's been 3,448 days, 10 years since I stood up at a high school in Connecticut, a grade school in Connecticut, where another gunman massacred 26 people, including 20 first graders at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Since then, there have been over 900 incidents of gunfires reported on school grounds.
I don't see how individuals on the left, including former Vice President Joe Biden, can consistently blame gun manufacturers, the gun lobby, the NRA, instead of actually blaming the sick individual who committed this mass shooting. It's not that hard. Blame the person. The person is responsible, not the inanimate object. And that's why we'll never get to the root of the problem, because instead of blaming the person, we're focused on the gun. What about mental illness? What about the fact in the last couple of years, a lot of people had to struggle with a lot of issues, including being locked down, COVID, anxiety building, inflation, gas prices, loss of jobs. There's a lot of things that could alter a person's mind. And especially being a young individual in this situation where this is supposed to be normal to you. How could that be? Especially when you're just watching things that happen on social media and things like that. But I digress. And then we have Steve Kerr, who's just completely over all the gun laws that we have and wants to implement more, which won't affect criminals, but only law-abiding citizens. And this is what he had to say.
Since we left shoot-around, 14 children were killed 400 miles from here, and a teacher. And in the last 10 days, we've had elderly black people killed in a supermarket in Buffalo. We've had Asian churchgoers killed in Southern California. And now we have children murdered at school. When are we going to do something? I'm tired. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to the devastated families that are out there. I'm so tired of I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough. There's 50 senators right now who refuse to vote on H.R. 8, which is a background check rule that the House passed a couple of years ago. It's been sitting there for 2 years. And there's a reason they won't vote on it, to hold on to power. So I ask you, Mitch McConnell, I ask all of you senators who refuse to do anything about the violence and school shootings and supermarket shootings, I ask you, are you going to put your own desire for power ahead of the lives of our children and our elderly and our churchgoers? Because that's what it looks like.
Steve Kerr, I don't know if you know this, but what I've learned in history is that the powerful people would want to take your guns because we can tell by what's going on in China. And also what happened in Australia during their whole COVID outbreak thing where they were locking down the whole entire continent and people weren't able to fight back. It was because they bought back the people's guns a long time before this ever happened. And also in history where dictators, one of the first three things they did, one or two being take your guns, was what they implemented before they took over the whole country and started wars. But that's just me. All I'm saying is don't try to make a wise decision while your emotions are at their highest. Take, for instance, saying that we should raise the age limit to be able to buy a firearm to 25. Well, if that's the case and we're going to be consistent, then let's raise the age to going into the draft or going into the military to 25. Let's raise the age to go into big boy prison to 25. Let's raise the age to drinking to 25 and getting your driver license to 25. If we're not able to handle the constitutional right of bearing arms, then how could we think that an individual is able to deal with these adult situations? But that's my thoughts. What do you think? Like the video down below and comment and let me know. And also subscribe to the YouTube and Rumble page, Warrior Family Studios. Y'all stay safe, stay prayed up, do your own research. Don't take what I'm saying for gold. I'm your host, TJ Evans, with another episode of the TJ Evans Show. Peace.